Hey everybody, Marty Sleva here alongside Nathan Vella from Capybara Games.
What's up, everybody?
Nathan, you came. What's up, everybody?
Yeah,
you kept it locked.
I was specifically going to say what's up, everybody, after we discussed how everybody says what's up, everybody.
Yeah, I think it's they actually hold us at gunpoint. I don't know if you've ever seen an IGN video, but they have us at gunpoint off screen, so we have to say it. And so we're here with Super Time Force. This is part 4 of our 5-part. What is it? A pentology?
Yeah.
Is that what 5 parts?
That sounds like it.
Yeah, this is a pentology.
Very few people stop at 5 though. It's usually 3 or like 12.
Sure. Yeah, I can't do 12.
There's gonna be 5 Hunger Games films though, right?
There's gonna be 4 at the end.
Oh man.
I believe 3 books and the
That's
last
not
book is turned
enough.
into new. No, that's not enough. Are you still craving more?
We've been joking around about Hunger Games all the time, or as we call it at the studio, Hungy Games.
Oh, it's Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It's absolutely Hunger Games.
Yeah.
All right, so we introed the game a little bit. We showed you the core mechanics. We took you to Atlantis. We fought a squid, and then went back to the Jurassic period.
Yep.
And fought some rad dinosaurs.
Yep.
So what's happening now?
You fought some rad dinosaurs playing as a rad dinosaur.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go into the desolate future,
Okay.
the apocalyptic future, and Commander Rapitsky has a daughter.
Oh, look at him.
And you're going back to try to basically find Cleo, his daughter.
So, quick question. He has 2 eye patches? So
Yes, he has 2 eye
okay,
patches.
so
and like 1,700 awards.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he's highly decorated.
Yeah, I feel like
and
those
highly
aren't actual
eye-patched.
awards, though. If he has 2 eye patches, they're probably just like bottle caps and things and buttons.
He's the commander, man.
Yeah.
Commanders need badges and eye patches.
Sure. The commander of okay, wait. So Super Time Force. So the thing, every time I want to write about the game on the site, is time an acronym?
No, it is technically an acronym.
Yeah.
But it is also not an acronym.
Okay, good, because I don't subscribe to any of that.
It's a very secret
nonsense.
acronym.
Okay.
In the beginning, we really liked the idea of it being this ridiculous acronym, but really it's all about time.
Okay.
And in this case, it's all about the post-apocalypse. You're actually hopping on top of a caravan of post-apocalyptic vehicles rolling through the desert.
So you, in essence, become a road warrior.
Yes, that's actually...
Yeah.
You do.
Quite a literal road warrior.
Yeah, well, not literally. Again, basically every time that we've discussed this.
Oh,
have to
I
mention
mean
an
a literal warrior of the road.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You're very angry.
I like how I believe each of these. You're very angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the maximum degree.
Yeah.
I like how in each of these videos we've sort of had a disclaimer like, please don't sue us.
Yeah. Well, that's. I actually would love for somebody to sue us. I'm just kidding. It's the game is like trying to find a lot of the things that we thought were the best about pop culture.
Sure. Yeah.
But the best part about it is that we're 30 some odd year old dudes, and a huge portion of the people that we're hoping will play this game are there. These references are going to be maybe a little bit lost on them.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's kind of awesome for us to know that they can. Kind of the same way as like The Simpsons has so many jokes that are references to things that as a kid I had no idea what they were.
Yeah.
And then
you go back
later
and watch it,
on,
like, holy crap. Yeah.
And so that's kind of part of our love. We really really enjoy making referential humor a big part of a game.
Yeah.
And another huge part of the game, and we touched on it a couple of videos ago, is that is the art style and is the kind of like super stylized pixel art is something that is really close to our heart. People might have seen Super Brothers artwork in Sword and Sorcery that we did in collaboration with Super Brothers and Jim Guthrie. This is 2 identical twin brother artists at Cappy, Mike and Vic Nguyen, and they're 2 of my favorite pixel artists ever. And I'm sure I'm a little biased because they've been my friends and coworkers for many years, but we're really big fans of the idea that pixel art is a style, is an aesthetic. It's not just this kind of pure throwback.
Yeah.
It does have that nostalgia factor that we love, but it's also trying to make the coolest looking game that we possibly can. And,
yeah, definitely.
And for us to be able to explore pixel art and to really like take this style and the blocky, chunky, blown up pixel style and make an entire huge game around it has been super fun for us.
Yeah, it's also kind of blowing my mind that the art is done by twin brothers.
Yep, twin brothers and Kelly Smith as well. I don't want to leave her out. She's been a huge part of the game as well. She's actually the one that did our animated trailers for it.
Oh my god!
You got a chance
those
to see
are rad. Yeah.
You might be seeing another one of those soon too. Maybe.
It'd be really mean if there just wasn't one.
I know
that. I said maybe. I said might.
That's exactly why we decided to do it. So Kenneth right now is actually playing as Merlin,
Okay.
and as we've mentioned before, all the different characters have different styles of attacks, and Merlin can shoot out little itty bitty homing sparkles, but he can also shoot and transmogrify enemies into cats and pigs and other animals.
That's the best.
Yeah. And Merlin is the character that you save in another world during the medieval time period. So you can hop back to the Dark Ages, save a magician, team him up with a dolphin, and destroy robots.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I had a dream about that once.
Yeah, that's pretty much the sales pitch for the game.
Sure.
Think about the most ridiculous scenarios possible.
Yeah.
Add in the most ridiculous characters possible, and have them travel through time.
That's everything. That's everything I want right now.
And throughout the game, you can actually choose to try to collect everything. So you can play it totally completionist style. But there's also another really big portion of the game that's built in for people who love to speedrun. And we're not going to talk about it specifically. We really want the players to be able to find out, and those really high caliber players to pick it up. But there's actually systems built into the game to really promote and help. Not really help, but give some real incentive to people who want to figure out how to become really genuinely badass at this game.
Are there going to be leaderboards, ways for people to compare their times against their buds?
And one of the things that I'm really stoked about for the leaderboards is that the leaderboards are not just about speedrunning. It's a combination of how well you've completed the game and how fast you've done it.
Yeah.
So if you speedrun through the game but get 0 badges, you're not going to make it that high in the leaderboard. But if you speedrun the game and you do really well in collecting badges, collecting all the glorbs and the time show, that's how you climb to the top.
Yeah.
So being able to find the fastest way to do the most stuff is how you complete this game the best.
That's awesome.
And for us, it really gives us a chance to again, for people who really want to figure out how to be stone cold killers at this game, that's how they're going to do it. That's how they're going to show off. And there's a lot of really hard achievements as well.
Okay, can you give us a taste of one?
It goes to kind of everything from playing through a single level with a single character, so beating a specific level with just a specific character, all the way through to playing through an entire level without dying.
Jeez.
Maybe firing hundreds of thousands of bullets.
That's a lot of bullets.
Some of them are just utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like playing through an entire level as Squirty Harry, the playable piece of feces in the game, which is actually really hard because he's a super challenging character to use.
He's complex.
Yeah, he is complex. His explodable farts are very powerful, but also super challenging to use.
Is that what earned the game a T rating?
That is actually probably a massive portion of why we get it.
Is this him right now?
This is him right now.
What's his name? Squirty Harry?
Squirty Harry. He's a piece of crap with a magnum.
Did you do we save him at some point in the game?
We
or
do.
Is he just chilling on your
he
show?
is actually he is one of the characters that you unlock.
Okay.
If you do really well in collecting glorbs, then he will actually, he's the guy that you get. He's also based on a level that we've shown before in the sewers as well, where he's a minion of one of the poo-based mini-bosses.
So I'm going to be honest, it took me a solid 60 seconds after saying the phrase Squirty Harry to realize it was a Dirty Harry reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a little embarrassed about that.
That's okay, though. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Again, it's trying to find those ridiculous layers of super obvious and maybe not that obvious jokes that people can really enjoy. And it's a huge part of it is that we genuinely believe that if a dev studio is having a ton of fun making the game, that is very palpable and very
that's gonna show through.
Yeah, players are gonna be able to tell that you didn't hate yourself for making this game.
Yeah.
They're gonna tell that even if the jokes aren't their cup of tea, they're gonna know that who's behind this game and why. They're gonna learn a bit about Cappy by playing this game and by playing our other upcoming games as well.
Yeah, that's awesome that you guys are able to really put the studio's kind of thumbprint and voice.
Yeah,
in the game.
I think that between Super Time Force and our other upcoming title below, it's they're very, very different games.
Yeah.
But they show the kind of breadth of what we can do as a studio, but also of what we love about games as a studio.
Yeah, I don't know. Playing your games it's very clear the games you guys grew up on.
Yep.
The games you guys hold dearly, and it's also nice. I mean, a lot of studios sort of get stuck in a corner, or they just have a thing. They do one thing and they do it well.
Yep.
Whereas the jump from Might and Magic to sword and sorcery to this, and then from what we've seen below, it seems like you guys are always sort of changing it up and never wanting to just become comfortable with something.
We're not doing ourselves any favor. It certainly makes our job significantly harder.
Yeah, you can't work off the same engine for any games.
Yep, we've got to do a lot of work, and it takes a lot of design power to push through radically different challenges at the same time. I think the reason why it succeeds is that everybody at the studio likes the games and is on the same page. We're all trying to do the same thing. We all want to make the same type of games, and the fact that they can be so different all the time is it's something that we're all super proud of, and something that I don't think is going to change at the studio. I think you're just going to keep seeing crazy, different, weird stuff from us all the time.
That is so rad to hear. I'm all on board for that.
I'm on board for it too, but it's also that's where I work. So.
Yeah, there you go. You're contractually obligated to be on board with it?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm not. I could very easily not be on board, but I am on board, so we did
Hop
good.
all aboard.
We did good. This was part 4 of our Super Time Force 5-part.
The post-apocalyptic part.
Yeah, but this is where the stuff got real.
Yep.
Yeah, where stuff got Maxonian. But yeah, this is part 4. We're going to have one more part for you. If you haven't seen the first 3, go back and check them out. We'll have the next one for you shortly. For everything else, Super Time Force, keep it here on IGN.